Hey, it's Kori Akemi, and today we're going to talk about how coping with your problems, or always trying to find ways to cope with your issues, your past, your trauma, is in fact reinforcing the idea that you are still a victim. So you coping is you saying, or you telling yourself, that you are still a victim. That's what we're going to talk about today, because I want you to start realizing that you are not a victim of the past. You always have the power to create your future and who you want to be. That's why we're talking about this today. Okay, so let's get into it. So I woke up one day and I really got tired of myself. I was tired of always being in pain. I was tired of always feeling like I constantly had to come up with ways to cope with what I was going through. So for me, like reaching for the bag of potato chips or eating ice cream was how I coped with when I felt sad, when I thought about my past and my life, how it turned out or how it came to be or whatever it was. That was how I coped. Whenever I felt like I was a disappointment or a failure, or an event triggered a traumatic event that happened to me prior, I always felt like I had to turn to something. Like I always felt like I had to distract myself by watching 5 movies in the evening. I had to always come up with ways to cope with my pain. And I woke up and I got really tired of coping, and I wanted to live. I just wanted to enjoy the moment. I didn't want to have to feel like I was always coming up with ways to cope with myself. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to have to feel like I was burdened by my past experiences or things that I felt like things that were definitely holding me back. I got tired of, I don't know about you if you do this, but what I would do is whenever I started to feel like anxiety or that panic attack kind of feeling, I would always, watch cat videos on YouTube just to distract myself for an hour. But I waste an hour of my day because I felt like I had to cope. And if I could have just sat through that feeling and let it pass instead of distracting myself, it felt like I was constantly distracting myself in order to cope with my present reality. And I just wanted to be free of that. I just wanted to enjoy the present moment all the time. I didn't want to have to constantly escape my reality by, sometimes I would drink at night. I would have a glass of wine or whatever just to kind of cope with, with my pain. And I did this especially when my parents got divorced. That is what I did. I drank a lot because I was coping with the pain of experiencing my parents getting a divorce. So I got tired of feeling like I had to drink, or I got tired of feeling like I had to eat a certain type of food. I got tired of coping, and I wanted to just live for myself. I wanted to live and be happy and be present. I didn't want to feel like I had to cope anymore. The problem is that coping for me became a habit. So I would constantly, if I ever felt like that anxious feeling that I had that triggered maybe my parents getting a divorce, I would eat a bag of potato chips, or, I would eat ice cream. And so I had to learn how to kind of break that habit or break that cycle of how I coped with my own anxiety. So today's video, we are going to talk about ways and strategies for you to know that you are not your past, you are not a victim anymore. You can create, you are powerful, and you can create your future. That's what I want you to know. That's what we're going to talk about next. But I also want you to know that you are in control. You are completely in control of this. Don't let this habit of coping hold you back. That's why I'm making this video today. Okay, so let's start. Number 1. I didn't even know that I was coping until I woke up one day and I was just tired of myself. So you may not even know that you are coping and always coming up with ways to distract yourself, so that way you don't have to feel the anxiety and how uncomfortable you are in the present moment. You may not even know. So really take a moment right now to reflect on yourself and think about, do you find yourself always trying to distract yourself from the present moment? Do you find yourself being uncomfortable in certain situations? Identify those situations and what triggers those feelings to happen to you throughout the day, and write them down and really make a journal out of it, really reflect, because I guarantee you, like, life has become so much better for me because I've really made a conscious effort to live my life and not always try to distract myself in the present moment. I can just sit here and enjoy the now. And like, when I want to eat ice cream or eat a bag of potato chips, it's my choice. It's not because I have to eat ice cream or a bag of potato chips because I'm coping with anxiety, or I'm trying to distract myself from feeling uncomfortable. If I want a glass of wine, or if I want chips or ice cream, it is my choice now. And I want you to feel in control and powerful in that way. It's so much better, trust me. So remember, think about it. Are you coping? So number 2, practice being okay with the present moment. A mantra that I used when I was going through this process was, I don't need that to be happy. I constantly told myself that because I had to remind myself that I am happy with me. I am happy with who I am right now. The past experience isn't happening to me right now. I am okay with me. And so whenever I felt like I had the urge to grab ice cream or to distract myself, I would remind myself that I don't need that to be happy. That was my mantra. That was how I coped with, the triggering moments, or the moments that really triggered me to feel like I needed to reach to something in order to feel okay with myself. I would always say, I don't need that right now. I don't need that to be happy. I am happy with me. And eventually that became a habit and became my practice. And now I don't have to do that anymore in order to cope and be happy every day. Number 3, I know this whole entire video I've been talking about the benefits and ways for you to transition from coping to living your life. But there's a chance that you're watching this and you're not ready to let go of the coping techniques that I shared with you today. Maybe you're not ready for that, and that's okay. Maybe there's still a part of you that's processing the negative event, the trauma, or you still feel like you need to cope in order to survive and be happy and to make it through your day. I want you to know that that's fine too, and that's okay, and I understand that that's also part of the process of healing yourself and kind of getting yourself together and processing what happened to you. But I do think that there will be a point when you will find that you don't need to cope anymore. It's done with, it's in the past, you've processed it, you've got it under, it's behind you now. And coping for me became a habit, and I don't want you to cope and have that be a habit in your life too. So when you're ready, watch this video again and remind yourself that you don't need to cope in order for you to be happy every day. You don't need to cope in order to deal with the pain, because you don't need it anymore. You can just be happy right now in the present moment. Coping and watching YouTube videos and eating junk food, you don't need that anymore because you love who you are right now. The past isn't happening to you right now. You can just be present and enjoy the now. So I also want that to be known too, that you may not be ready, and that is completely okay. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Kori Akemi, and if you have any questions, comments, or ideas for new videos, things that you want me to talk about, leave a message for me in the comment section down below. It was really nice and really fun for me to make this video for you today. Thank you again for watching. My name is Kori Akemi. Please subscribe, and also check me out on my Facebook and on my Instagram for more transform your life advice content. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.